I love some antiques. I'm telling a friend of mine how I love antiques, and whenever I get some free time, I like stopping by and just comb through the aisles to see what's out there. Some of the things that I'm into is vintage record players. I got an old Thomas Edison phonograph, slavery memorabilia, African-American G.I. Joe figures, or even dolls that's 100-something years old. Of course I love art, lamps and coins, grandfather clocks, watches, gold dish sets, stained glass. I like all kinds of stuff. So I'm telling this friend about some different pieces that I just bought. I'm expressing how much I like it. So she tells me, you know where you can get some good stuff? So I'm excited now. I'm about to hear a spot. I'm like, where can I get some good stuff? Where she say, man, because I'm trying to buy some stuff too. Stay out of this trifles. I'm trying to get me some antiques. So I'm listening like, She said abandoned buildings. Say what? Yes, abandoned buildings. So I'm like, that don't sound like antique shopping to me. She said, well, why not? You find some good stuff in abandoned buildings. People leave a lot of stuff in those abandoned buildings. Yeah, but I'm like, I might catch an antique and I might catch a charge at the same time. First of all, the abandoned buildings is not truly abandoned. It is private property, and it just so happened to be boarded up until the owner decides what they really want to do with it. So you can't just be climbing through windows and going through doors in what you think is abandoned property. She said, oh man, you crazy. She said, I went in her house one time, I found vintage water heater, a vintage freezer, a vintage refrigerator. And I'm like, well, what time of night was you out there stealing? She said, yeah, you come back to Atlanta, I'll show you some spots. I was like, no, thank you. You can take me to a pawn shop, you can take me to an antique shop, but you ain't taking me to no abandoned buildings because I'm not doing no B&Es this season. My life of crime was left at age 17. Me and that hard bench in that cell and that coffee with no sugar and that bread that tastes like wood, we don't get along. She said, ha ha, I haven't been caught yet. I ain't trying to be with you when you get caught the first time. I'm gonna stick to shopping my way. Now, if you know about some estate sales you want to tell me about, I'm available. Holla.